In this video, we're going to do two more examples of the process of factoring by grouping. In this first one, if you look at it, you might think, well, hey, I can combine the two middle terms. And we could, but that would give us the three-term polynomial that we haven't yet talked about how to factor. In fact, when we get to those three-term problems like that, if you did combine the middle terms together to get a minus 11ab, our process for factoring those would actually be first to rewrite it so that it has four terms. So we'd be back to this step anyway. So we begin by grouping. We have a 3a squared and a 6ab, so we can take a 3 out of both, and we can take an a out of both. B doesn't occur in both, so we can't pull it out. When we take that 3a out, we're left with an a minus 2b. And then we come to the second group, and we recognize again the third term is negative, so we write down the negative sign. We have a 5 and a 10, so we can take a 5 out. We also have a b and a b squared, so we can take a b out. A doesn't show up in both, so it can't be taken out. Okay, and then we factor that out, remembering it's negative, so that's going to change the 5ab to just a positive a. It's going to change the plus 10 to a minus sign, and 5 goes into 10 two times. We have a b and a b squared, so we need a second b. So we have 5b times a minus 2b. We then spot that the a minus 2b is showing up in both, so we pull out the a minus 2b, and we're left with 3a minus 5b, and now we have our result. Okay, one final example. Again, just like the last one, we could combine the middle terms. But again, combining the middle terms is actually going to take us to a place where later on when we review how to do that we would come back to the four-term polynomial anyway. So we begin by grouping. We have an 8x squared and a 4x. So we say, well, 4 will go into both. We can take an x out of both. Now 4 will go into 8 two times. X and x squared will leave us with an x. And then we got to be careful here. We say, well, we already have the 4x. The whole thing's there. We have to put something down, though, so that when we multiply it back, if we were to multiply it back out, we would get 8x squared plus 4x. So in this case, that would be plus 1. We have a plus sign, so we write that down. And we're kind of faced with the same thing here, 14x plus 7. We say to ourselves, well, at 14x plus 7, I can take a 7 out. 7 goes into 14 two times, an x left over. And then again, I need to have something there so that when I multiplied it back out, I'd have 14x plus 7, so I have to have a plus 1. And then that 2x plus 1 shows up in both. So we pull it out, and we have our 4x plus 7. As you're going through these videos, it's my advice that you take these notes as if you were taking a class. The nice thing about a video is you can pause it for as long as you need to. If you want to try to work something out on your own, you can fast forward and you can rewind. So if you need to go back over something again, that's nice that you're able to do that. Good luck as you're working with factoring by grouping.